Are you interested in science?
I'm interested in physics,
In
and
physics?
in chemistry.
In chemistry? How about you, others of you? What subjects do you like studying the most?
Does that consider math?
Mm-hmm. You
Well,
like math?
Yes.
I think we're waiting for 2 more people. Does anyone need the link again? Okay, well, let's start. If someone comes in later, we can do it again. We're just going to do this twice today. So we've got just 2 different teams here. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so we have Jasky and Jimmy. So let's do one more time and then we'll go over some of the words that were difficult. So Ryan, do what you keep doing. Just keep trying. Let's play again. Let's shuffle the groups. Okay, let's go. All right, so this time, great, we have a new winner. We have Bill, great, and Jimmy again. Okay, so let's look at the words that were difficult. So we have a keyword here, force, impact, the force. We know that it's a noun by saying the force. So difficult to understand is a key word here. Institute is a place. You hear these, see these words, scientific, educational, social work institutes. Your school is an educational institute. If you're a researcher, you might work at a scientific institute. So affect with the A is the verb. Effect is usually used as the noun. So we see this to influence. Actually, impact is not a really bad answer for this. It's easy to confuse those two. But effect is a better answer. Acquire is to gain. There's your keywords here. Community, here is your key, all the people. Feature is the important part. Obtain is to get. Regulate is to control. Okay, so good. After that, it looks like all of these were correct. Final, relevant, restrict, construct, chapter. Nice, guys. Survey, resource. We often see this as consequence with the CE as well. This is like the adverb form. Adjective form. Tradition is custom. Range is the variety. Reside is to live. Perceive is to be aware. So the first of this keywords definitions are pretty good for recognizing one thing in a list, in a set. So you kind of need these keywords down here. Secure is, look at the end here, is best. Safe from danger. Pay for it at a later time is the key part of this meaning. Credit. Positive, feeling happy. Daily record is journal. Jour in French means like day, if that helps you. Focus is the main purpose point, the main. Help is to assist. Some of these are very good substitutions for regular, more casual English versus formal academic words. Transfer is to move and consume. Okay, let's play one last time. Jasky and Bill, are you refresh? Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, good job, guys. Okay. Jasmine, that's difficult for you, isn't it?
It's not that hard, but I'm pretty slow to catch the balloon.
Okay, that's okay. We might play like some other vocabulary lists, something that's like of your interest that you enjoy writing about. Like maybe we can study about insects or animals, or if you have a subject vocabulary you want, let me know, okay? We can find something. All right, so let's move away from that. So today, guys, we're going to review. So take out the PDF. Okay, so let's start with review. Remember, guys, the paragraph is like a sandwich. So what does the top piece of bread represent?
Topic sentence.
Yeah, the topic sentence. How about the vegetables and the meat and the lettuce and the cheese?
The supporting sentence says
Yes. And how about the bottom piece of bread?
by the concluding sentences.
Yes. And how about I put this little flag up here? It also has a purpose. There's sometimes before it starts, there'll be a
Attention
first
given.
sentence. Yeah, to get your attention. So it should not be more than one sentence in a paragraph. Can be like an interesting fact, statistic, or question. So you should get into your topic sentence pretty quickly. You shouldn't have lots of sentences leading up. Think of it as just a little flag on top. Sometimes we want to introduce it generally. And an essay, we do that more with an entire paragraph. But for one paragraph, we just do it for like one sentence, at the most two. So we're going to go over all these different points today: topic, supporting, and concluding. And you guys are going to write your ideas. But also we're going to look at the concluding sentence. And that either summarizes or restates the main topic sentence. So let's look at some topic sentences again. All of these, you can see how you can branch it out with examples. Some hobbies are relaxing. So you would probably give 3 different hobbies here and explain how they are relaxing. Some hobbies are too expensive. Again, 3 different hobbies and how they are relaxing. Each one you'll show that. Same thing with the jobs, and you would explain with your controlling ideas and support sentences how they are dangerous, repetitive, or boring, or perfect for students. So this would be organized by 3 hobbies and 3 jobs. And you would prove how each one is these main points. So a good topic sentence will cover all your points. It'll have your topic and then try to prove the controlling idea. So we looked last week at what are some good and specific sentences. Then we look at this example here. Again, 3 main types of mountain climbing. So your 3 points are going to be your 3 main points. Trail climbing, your 3 main types. And then this is an explanatory paragraph. You explain it. So we have trail climbing, rock climbing, and ice climbing. Now, I want to focus on the concluding sentence also. This concluding sentence is, in short, mountain climbing can range from an easy walk to a challenging trek. So we have 2 types of concluding sentences. They either summarize the main points or they restate the topic sentence in different words. Which one is this? Which one is this?
Can you say again, please?
Which type is this concluding sentence? Is it, we can just answer
Restate
with
the
the keyword
topic.
summarize or restate?
It's restate the topic.
Right, but it also includes this extra point of easy walk to challenging trek. So actually, it's summarizing because it's saying more than 3 types. It's giving the range. It's one of the vocabulary, giving the range. So it's a kind of summarizing. Okay, let's look at this. Regional foods in the US. For example, Kansas City.
C.
Which one is it?
C.
So different regions in the United States have their own traditional foods. So we're going to show the topic of different regions with its own traditional. So we have in the center, Southwest, and then Wisconsin, Northeast. So how about this topic, this concluding sentence? Does it restate or summarize?
Restate.
Yes,
Summarize.
this one is restate.
Teacher, I don't really understand the difference between restate and summarize.
Okay, that's a very good question. The restate will not say anything much different from the topic sentence. So, for example, special food is its own traditional food, and many US cities and regions are different regions. It doesn't talk about the range or any of the points. It's just restating. Whereas this one talks about this range from easy walk to challenging. So it's like easy And then these are challenging. So it goes into the main points. The supporting points are also mentioned in this concluding sentence. So that's why this one's summarized. But this one only restates. It doesn't say anything much different from the topic. It just uses different words.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, next one. Why everyone should try yoga. So first, easy to get started. Next, good form of exercise. And next is the benefits.
C.
So, right. For several reasons. And then it explains why. What are the reasons? Easy, good form of exercise, and benefits. So,
Is summarized.
this. Well, yes, it's summarized because we talk about the easy to do and the beneficial way. So it gives some of those reasons that explained in the points here. Easy to do and beneficial. Exercise being part of that beneficial. Okay, great. So yes, summarize. Okay, now we'll look at it. Well, let's look at this. Foods from all over the world are popular. Now, notice not, we learn a lot about our indicators, signalers like first, next, most important. But not every good paragraph has to have these signalers. But they do help you organize. This one, for example, does not have the signalers. The signals. So, how about this concluding sentence? Does it summarize or restate?
Summarize.
Is restate the topic. Restate the topic sentence.
Yes. So they say the examples, but it doesn't give any information about the examples. So that it's quite international, matches all over the world. American cuisine is food in the United States. So it's just restating it. Okay, so it's hard to look at this and make our own topic sentence. So even small towns in the US have at least one pizzeria and one Chinese restaurant. Every mid-sized town has a taqueria, Mexican taco or burrito, French food, German food, Middle Eastern, Japanese sushi, English fish and chips. So we see that we're talking about food from all over the world. So you guys were asked to write your topic sentence. Now, let's use the chat box and write your sentences that you wrote for this paragraph. Anyone else want to write their sentence? So this was your homework for 2 weeks ago. So I hope everybody did it. Then this is your chance to get the feedback. Okay, well, we have from Kyun and Jimmy, we have some very nice 2 different ways that say this. Good, there's various reasons related to skipping breakfast. People often skip breakfast for a variety of reasons. Excellent. So given that, we can see here, talking about our signals, to sum up is one of the ones for finishing, to indicate the conclusion. Is this a restate or a summary?
Summary.
Summary.
It restates the topic sentence.
Yeah, it's restating it because a variety of explanations equals reasons, which is what you guys did. You did a great job of using a different word from the one stated in the conclusion. It doesn't go into the details. The reasons are they lose weight, lack of time, and cultural. But there's no summary of those losing weight, cultural, or lack of time in this last concluding sentence. Okay, this is a great paragraph. It's got a lot of things. It's got the signals here. First of all, another thing, finally, and in conclusion. One thing that I want to point out is that finally is the last. You don't use finally for your concluding sentence. Finally indicates your final point before the conclusion. Sometimes people confuse that. Okay. Write out your sentences that you wrote for this one. In the chat box. How about the rest of you? Do you want to try? Anybody else want to add what they wrote? Oh, okay. This one is a lot more difficult. So this is actually not talking about why the Grand Canyon is a great place. What are the points? You need to decide what time of year. where to stay. And the various ways to see the canyon. So what are these things? They're not saying why. What are they talking about?
How the tourists should come and enjoy the Grand Canyon.
Yes. But it's already saying about going to the Grand Canyon. So it's not trying to tell you why to come to the Grand Canyon. It's telling you how to what
To
should you
spend
do?
your time. How to
Sorry?
spend your time. How to spend
Yeah.
your time in the Grand Canyon.
Yes. So if you go to the Grand Canyon, what do you need to do?
Decide what time of the year
And
and where to stay,
and
ways to see the canyon.
right. So what is this? These three things.
Sorry, I don't know. Can you tell me?
Yes, I'm about to. I was just seeing if someone it's about here's the keyword planning. Can you think of another word besides plan? Also starts with a P.
Program.
Right, or I was thinking prepare. So actually, we can even get the grand vacation and the fantastic part in here by saying if you want to have a great, or I'll even change, want to have the best possible trip to the Grand Canyon.
You can click on the icon T and you type is easy to see.
Sorry, you want me to type?
Yeah, you click on the icon T.
Here, I'm going to type in the, if you want to have the best possible trip to the Grand Canyon, you should prepare several things in advance. So, uh-oh. Okay. So, do you understand now, guys?
Yes.
Your original topic sentence you wrote would be a paragraph talking about why to visit the Grand Canyon. But this paragraph is not about why you should visit the Grand Canyon. It's about how to plan your trip. When to go, where to stay, and what to see. So that's why this is an obvious like restating of the topic sentence.
Sorry, I have the questions.
Yes.
I see in the conclusion sentence, we also mentions about the fantastic.
Yes. So that is why when I wrote this one, this part about being fantastic is it's sure to be fantastic. So that's why I even added that if you want to have the best possible trip, to make it fantastic, you need to prepare.
So teacher, what is in advance?
Oh, before you go. So you could change this to you should prepare several things before you go.
Thank you.
All right. So now this was a more challenging question. Definitely. Because it's asking you to, you have to read it. You have to think about what is the 3 points and how do they connect. And of course, looking at your concluding sentence, seeing that it doesn't talk about these 3 main points, you can see that you need to restate this part. And it's telling you how to make it fantastic, not why you should visit the Grand Canyon. Okay, so we're going to skip this part, and then we're going to focus today on the supporting sentence. Now, to do
Okay.
this, we're going to go to Padlet. So I'm going to stop this share.
Yes. We have solvers.
So look at what you guys wrote. You guys should have written. Oh, there we go. So I need to give you this link. Oh, hold on a second. I realized that I did not erase these. Okay. Actually, let's do the first one in the chat box first. So we have travel by, if you guys have your worksheet, you'll see travel by plane has several disadvantages. One, the first point is airplane travel is generally expensive. So write out some of your points that you made. So it should not be about being expensive because that one's already given. You need to write other disadvantages for why traveling by plane is maybe not so good. So write those out. Oh, nice one. Travel by plane is bad for the environment. I'll send the link in just a second. We're going to come back to that. So even like Jimmy, you guys, good. Keep writing. Like you should have written 3. So write 1 and then hit return and then write some more. Let's see. Everybody, even if you didn't do this, try to think of some ideas right now. It's important that you do the homework so that you can get your feedback. Because you guys are not sending this to me. So now is the time that I give your feedback. So let's see if everyone can try to put something. Don't worry about it not being a good idea. Okay. So Jimmy, you're putting some reasons that can you make them into sentences that would be like a good. These would be like your supporting point sentences.
Thank you, Miss Rebecca.
Yes. So, okay, great. We're still not getting a lot of responses from most of you. See if you can write 1 full sentence. So it's really important that you do the homework so that you can get your feedback. Okay. Good. We're getting some more here. Okay. So it takes much time to do check-in. Good. Travel by plane is bad for the environment. That's a very good point. Sometimes passengers take time waiting for connecting flights. Good. Another good point, Jimmy. Many people have fear with the height or fear of flying. You're dangerous due to it can be dangerous to control. And also you could write like, people don't like not having control. Okay, this is interesting, Kyun, your example. So you could have like such as Dubai Airport, that's good. Or you could make a second sentence after that and give some other examples. So you have like one example here, but you could even like take that out and put in a second sentence. That would be your support for your main point. So these are like the main points, and then you have support. So, but yes, sometimes we combine them together. Lost luggage, nice. Nice, Jasmine. Traveling by plane is great, but it contains, okay. So this is a restating of the main idea. This would be a good concluding sentence. Actually, what Jasmine wrote is a very good concluding sentence. It's giving the same ideas, but it's restating travel by plane has several disadvantages. So Jasmine is really good concluding sentence, but not for the three main points. But it's good to look at these examples. So don't be shy. Sometimes the sentence that doesn't fit, we can actually learn more from. You can see that why Jasmine's sentence is actually a better concluding sentence. Okay, now let's go to the Padlet. I put the link in. Now I'm going to share it. Okay, can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of the chat box now, go down to this box and like add comment. So let's do number 2. Reading helps English language learners improve their English. So if you see this example here, we see some examples of putting in different ideas. And you can write more than one, but put them separately. Like we have Lewis here. Airplanes are often delayed. When flying and landing, it's quite dangerous and scary. Airplane accidents may be deadly. So if you want to put in all 3 that you wrote, do it like this. Okay, so let's do the blue box, number 2. Reading helps English learners improve their English. The point given is reading English text helps learners expand their vocabulary. So let's add our comments here in the Padlet. Yes. Nice nickname, Doggy Jimmy. Okay, Bill, let's do this one first. Bill, yours on number 3, I'm going to save that, but that's actually a good concluding sentence. We're not writing the concluding sentences. We're writing the main points. So this is from the page 61. Okay, so Bill, what you're doing is you're restating the topic, which is you're writing a very good concluding sentence. You're just restating the concluding. You need to give the reasons here, or we're explaining how it improves their English. So point number 1 from Khan is develop their writing skills. Jimmy has another point, grammar skills. So we have vocabulary, writing, and grammar, and also pronunciation. And then Jasmine gives a good point. English books is one way. So she's talking about how to do it. Jimmy, this one is a little bit more of restating. You want to, your main points will focus on how. The question is, how does reading help? So that's why it can help for their essays. So readers can develop writing skills after reading many good essays. That's a very good point. Reading helps improve grammar. Reading out loud can improve pronunciation. This is all examples of how. Good. Yeah, again, the writing skill. Okay, so you have to remember what your topic sentence is, and then your main points have to prove that topic. So in this case, it's how. Often the main points will answer the question why or how, or give examples. So let's look at number 3. Consider these important factors when planning a party. So this one is a little bit easier. What are the important factors? So the main point should highlight an important factor. For example, the first one is number of guests. So we have to have something else besides. You want to avoid repetition. And Bill, I'm leaving your sentence because it's a very good concluding sentence. In fact, it's a perfect concluding sentence. You restated with different words the topic. Okay, so good, Con. We have the place. So now we have the number of guests and the place. Let's all put in some sentences. So Bill, try again. Even if you wrote something different on your paper, see if you can think of factors that you should think about. Yes, food. So we have guests, place, food. It's okay if you repeat it because looking at the grammar also of your sentence. So you guys are doing a good job of having variety of language. Consider, think about, look, nice, weather forecast, music. So choose and think about. It's great. You're using different vocabulary. Okay, excellent. Exactly like this. So now we have the point of time, music, weather, food, place, and guess. Wow, we have a lot of points if you were to combine them all together. That one's very good. Let's do number 4 now. A good friend must have 3 important qualities. So 1 point is be able to keep secrets. What is the other points? So you don't want to repeat this point. You have to have something different. because of time, let's go ahead and do our writing. I'll take about 5 more minutes here. Let's look at number 5 also, especially if you already did your homework, just write in what you wrote already. Avoid stress when studying for a big test by taking the following actions. Number 5 is which actions? Example, study days ahead of time. So I'll give you guys 1 or 2 more minutes and then I'll conclude by giving you feedback. Hey, Bill, go ahead and try. Try again. Okay. So this number 4 is excellent. All of the points given here are different points from keep secrets, help you, give you a hand, be funny, and understand your feelings. So great. You can see all these points. Now, of course, if it was your paragraph, you would choose only 3 of these, and then you would give an example. So usually it goes main, supporting, main idea, support, main idea, support. So then you would give examples for each of these. Okay. Avoid stress when studying by taking the following actions. Study ahead of time. Take breaks. Eat good foods. Listen to music. You can see each point is very different from the other. That's what makes an excellent paragraph. So Bill, yours again is like a little bit different. You need to be focused on the action to avoid stress, not why you should study. But I can take your point here. Be in a place where you can focus. Choose. So one of the choice, you could change this, Bill, into choose where you want to study, which is kind of the point that Khan made here. Avoid activities that distract you. So you can combine that idea of Bill and Khan's together to focus is important. So you must choose, you must avoid activities that distract you. But the focus should be on the actions you take. Break time, watch some videos. Good, Yasmin. Yes, relaxation and review is needed before every important exam. So first we would be study ahead of time, then you need to relax. So you would probably want to split this sentence into 2 different sentences. Make one point is relaxation, and the next point is review. In fact, I could add one more thing here. Preparing ahead of time, relaxation, and review. is needed before every important exam, and you would have an excellent summary concluding sentence if I added the first point of studying days ahead of time. So you could change that to oh, you didn't want you to. Yeah. So like concluding. Planning, relaxation, and review is needed for every important exam. And that's an excellent summary of the different points. If you chose review and relaxation as two of your points. So, good job. I think you guys can see the importance of doing the homework ahead. And it's no problem that you have maybe a wrong answer because you're learning from that. So don't be shy. In fact, by writing your sentences, we got maybe even a better idea of a concluding sentence. So I'm gonna explain the homework in the Zalo chat in detail because we don't have much time, but basically continue this that you should have written. You should have already done this as well, but we'll start there next week, adding in your signalers. Now, you should have also already done this, but I suggest you to like write it out. Oh, sorry. You might want to highlight this in the example paragraph on page 52 and also maybe type it out. Oh, sorry. You just want to, sorry. I suggest if you haven't done this already, go back and you can just highlight it if you don't want to rewrite it. You can highlight like pink, yellow, green. And you can see how it's organized. Main point, example, example, main point, example, main point, example. Concluding. Okay, here you need to write concluding sentence, and we should do this if you have not already. And then you want to put these in order. My suggestion is write it out and type it. So I've been giving the homework a little bit ahead of time. So you have a good chance, if you didn't do it already, to do it for next week. I suggest writing it out in a paragraph. That was your homework for today. So to continue on, I want you to read this, answer the questions, and read this and answer. We're a little bit like 1 week behind going over everything that I assigned. But this gives you a chance to catch up if you have not done your homework. So you basically want to do everything until page 71 for next week, okay? And I will explain that in the Zalo chat, okay?
Okay.
So let's do it, and also let's have confidence more to write your answers. Even if they're not the best answers, we really learn when we get the feedback of the weak points. Okay, everyone.
Goodbye, teacher.
Yes. Good night. Thank you.
Good
That's
night.
all. Sorry, I went 10 minutes over tonight, but okay, bye.
Actually,
Bye,
11.
teacher.
See you
Bye.
later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.